Welcome everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a new moon in Virgo reading for divine feminines out there. Whether you are on a love journey or just your own spiritual journey, we're going to be tapping into all different things here today. So the new moon in Virgo is all about goals. It's about our life purpose, our mission, all of those things. So not all of those things will be answered in this reading today, but I'm hoping that there's going to be some messages that come through for some of you guys that are just either feeling a little confused on your journey or just are looking for some confirmations on your journey. So we will be going into some divine masculine stuff here today, kind of like what's going on with your masculine, the energies of your connection. But the majority of this reading is really going to be about you, divine feminines. So just take what resonates for you, get rid of anything that doesn't. Today's organite is the citrine nude. I wanted to use citrine because citrine is one of those stones that are really, really great for grounding, as well as confidence boosting and just feeling really, really bright and happy. So, I just feel like a lot of the readings that we've been doing lately, it's been kind of heavy. So I really wanted to lighten up the energy today. So Mr. Moon is at the store right now. My stepson is sleeping. So I'm trying to do this on the actual new moon because I really wanted to tap into this energy. And so I hope that there are no disruptions, but hey, I guess that's life. It is what it is if something happens, but let's get into it and see if it just rolls through seamless. All right. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab some energies. I think what I'll do is I'll start off with like a lot of the energies just for the divine feminine. And then we're going to go ahead at the end and we'll, really go into the journey with the masculine, etc. So I feel like going into this deck right here, everything will be listed down below, you guys. But this right here is called Spirit of the Animals Oracle. Let's see what spirit animal is with you right now, divine feminine, on your journey when it comes to everything that this new moon in Virgo represents. Whether it's your career, goals that you have, things that you're trying to accomplish, all of the above. What is the spirit animal that wants to come through for us divine feminines? I'm including myself in here for our journeys. These readings are really exciting for me too, you guys, because I'm like, hey, this is an opportunity for me to get some messages too. All right. Oh, we have the hummingbird. I love this. This is so cool. Okay, you guys. So if you are seeing hummingbirds, and let's face it. Depending on where you live, of course, and if you have a hummingbird bird feeder, but it's not necessarily every single day that you're going to see a hummingbird. So when you do, it's kind of like, wow, that's so cool. I've really only seen probably a few of them so far this kind of, spring and summer. So anyways, it says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. You guys, this is awesome. So I feel like this is going to be speaking to divine feminines out there that feel that they are light workers or they are here to show other people the way. They're here to raise the vibration of the collective. They realize that their vibration is infectious. And so this is something where we're really cognizant of our energy and we're trying to do, it's not like we're not allowing it's not like we're not allowing ourselves to feel and that we're not being authentic to how we feel. We're not going to feel positive every single freaking minute of the day. Okay, so we are honoring what we're feeling. We're not doing spiritual bypassing. We're not pretending that everything's okay if we don't feel okay. But generally what we're doing is we're realizing that sitting in our shit doesn't necessarily help. We can sit in it for like a little bit and marinate in it and then be like, man, this is stinky and I don't like this anymore, okay? There's a reason for everything. There is a reason for the suffering and the pain, but you get to a point where you realize, you know what? I've been here before. I've marinated in this before. I've sat in this before. I've wallowed in it. I've wallowed in the pits. I felt sorry for myself. I blamed other people, but that didn't really do anything. It didn't change anything. It didn't make me feel better, actually. It actually made me feel worse. So what I'm trying to say, you guys, is that we're actually learning a little key in life. We're learning about energy and we're learning about how to utilize it in a more powerful way. So that's what I feel this energy is saying. Miracles. Miracles start to occur when we realize just how powerful we truly are as divine feminines. So you're leading the way for other people. You're showing other people the way. You're leading by example. You're inspiring other people. And this could also be, we're inspiring people that are connected to us, such as our soul family, even the divine masculine, etc. So these are just very beautiful energies. So the hummingbird, you guys, when you see a hummingbird right now on your journey, just remember to tap a little bit more into the sweetness instead of the sour in life. It's kind of like you can take those lemons and make lemonade, right? I don't think that's how the saying goes, but you guys know what I'm saying. I just, for whatever reason, can't think of it right now. But hummingbird is to remind you of the sweetness of life and the joy, and to just have more laughter and joy. So if you're pissed off or not having a good time or things are kind of falling apart, doesn't mean it's not happening, but try to do something that's going to bring you joy, because why not? Why not do something that's going to make you feel good, right? So that is the energy that we're getting for our spirit animal, the hummingbird, this morning for this new moon in Virgo. All right, so let's go ahead and get a message on self-care. This is the self-care cards. What is a message here on self-care? Self-care for you divine feminines out there. We have priorities. Let's read the back. It says, get your priorities straight. Okay, this is a great time to do this, and this new moon in Virgo. I have a Virgo moon, so I can really speak to that side of myself, which is, needing to get things in order. Virgos are very detail oriented, very much about getting tasks done and just having things straight. So I feel like this energy is really coming up because it's giving you an opportunity to take advantage of this very strong energy. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. So this is also about cutting out things that really are just a waste of your time. So I'm going to bring myself into this just as an example. I realize how much of a waste of time a lot of social media is, such as Instagram and TikTok. So if you guys are following me there as well, you're going to notice that I've made some shifts. I'm putting way more effort in prioritizing my YouTube channel than I am my TikTok and Instagram. Okay. The reason why is because I really enjoy in-depth things. I love getting on here and going deep. You cannot do that in a freaking 60-second TikTok or reel. You just can't do it. It's a real quick thing. It's also for people that just don't want to commit and just want to watch something real quick. No big deal. I get it. Sometimes I'm in that mood as well. I don't want to go deep, but that's just not my personality, you guys. So it doesn't mean I'll never do TikToks or I'll never do Instagram. It just means that I just realized that this platform is my baby. This platform is really where I found my purpose and my mission. So you guys are noticing I'm posting 4 to 5 really in-depth readings every single week. And that's something that I used to do when I first started YouTube. It feels great to be back. And I have a lot of you guys saying the same thing too. It just feels like you're back, Angela. So I don't know what happened to me. I don't know why I had to go off over here and, just spread myself thin and do a bunch of shit that really just wasn't serving me. But hey, we all have to learn things in our own ways, right? So anyways, that is just an example of whatever is siphoning your energy, whatever is not really providing happiness for you and joy. Because that's another thing. If you don't play the game of the algorithms on those platforms, it's a waste of time, actually. So, you have to kind of figure out what is worth it for you and what's not worth it for you, what's important to you and what's not important to you. So I'm just giving you guys those examples because some of you guys may be readers out there watching this, this video today, and you might be going through the same thing where you're just realizing, oh my gosh, there's a lot of things that are really pointless or just a waste of freaking time. And so you've got to maybe find one niche that works for you and maybe put your time and dedication. But some people are just, they feel good having all their energy spread all over the place, and that works for them. It just doesn't work for everybody. It certainly doesn't work for me. So anyways, get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no to things that really aren't serving you, it gets much easier to just be like, I don't need to do that, or I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about what everybody else is doing. I'm just going to do my own thing. That's when you're really going to thrive, is when you pull yourself away from things that really aren't you and just start being more authentic to yourself. So that is a nice self-care reminder during this new moon in Virgo. I freaking love it. All right, so we're going to go into this deck here. I actually don't know what it's called, you guys, but I will put it down below. So this is like an Eastern philosophy, like a Buddhist type of deck. I just thought we'd benefit from a message from it. Okay, so An Imp, I might not be saying that right, but number 29, out of the 8 classes of demons. Woo! Look, guys, choose positive thoughts that will chase away the devil. Okay, so this is the energy here, you guys, about shifting that energy. Remember the sweetness. So to me, I'm connecting this to the hummingbird. It doesn't mean that there isn't shadow and that there aren't dark thoughts. There's dark thoughts. There's dark sides of ourselves. There's dark sides of life, dark sides of people. Crappy things happen all the time. Okay. But again, it's about how we choose to respond to all of this crap. This is in the world. It's a part of things. So to pretend that love and light and nothing is bad and nothing can harm you if you don't believe that it can, that can be dangerous, because we are still operating in this 3D world with a lot of different things going on. And so we do have to be smart. We have to protect ourselves. We do have to hold healthy boundaries with toxic people, people that do not have our best intentions in mind. So I feel like it's something about classes here. Like, this is a classroom. The earth is a classroom. It's a classroom of working with all different types of beings of light, beings of dark, and figuring out, what you want to resonate with, what you want to work with, what vibration and wave you want to ride. So choose positive thoughts in this case. This will help to chase away the devil. Now, we're not completely stamping out shadow, because shadow is necessary, okay? But we're just choosing not to participate with all of the madness, all of the bullshit, all of the ego, all of the crap that just really doesn't serve in a positive way. So again, it's this vibration at this new moon in Virgo that's telling us that there are some things around us that are actually preventing us from really riding, like flying high, and really going after the things that we want to go after. It's either your own negative thoughts, it's the thoughts of society, family members, friends, people around you, their negative thinking, their neghead bullshit, all of that stuff. Whatever this is for you guys, I feel like you guys know what this is, and it's telling you that you've got to start saying no. Say no to that one person that calls you every day, or that family member that calls you, or that coworker that complains to you every day. Start to put a shield between you and that thing that just siphons your energy and drains your life force every single day. Say no to that. That could, for some of you guys, could even be social media. That for some of you guys could be certain TV programs, or even listening to the news. Whatever it is, I'm getting here, you've got to learn to say no to it, because it is here to basically take you down and take you under. And if you're a spiritual warrior, can't let that happen. You're here for a reason. You're here, and it's not about all high vibes, baby, okay? But it's about just being strong, and you can be strong in your darkness. You can be strong in your shadow. Those things are equally powerful, but it's just the way that you use them is what matters, okay? So to me, this is riding a wave between dark and light, finding your balance, and being a freaking spiritual warrior badass. And that's what I see what's going on right now, just in the world in general, with all these different energies, all these different agendas, whatever the hell's going on, we are finding our balance, okay? So we're burning away. I feel like this is like flames here. We're burning away through the clouds and the confusion and all that crap that doesn't serve. I love it. All right, so now we're going to go into crystals. Let's see a crystal here. A crystal and an archangel message. What archangel has a message for us, and what crystal suggestion is being given to us during this new moon in Virgo? Ooh, we have the tree agate. This is so funny. I would actually see this as an earth energy stone. That makes sense to me. I did a ritual once that was very much about just my feminine energy and being grounded and in the body, and this is the stone that I use, so that's really funny to me. Okay, so it says, are you a tree hugger or an activist? Take the time to sit beneath a tree and connect with the qualities of its firmly planted roots, its ability to flex and bend in a storm, and its amazing power of growth. Remember your roots, yet always remember how much you can grow to reach great heights. So I feel like this is a representation of the things that we've gone through here, just as spiritual beings, human beings, divine feminines, just people. It's like we've been planted here on earth. We've been dropped here on earth, okay, whatever. And the different storms that we've had to endure, the different things that we've gone through. Sometimes trees are uprooted, absolutely, in a storm, if it's that much of a storm. But then a lot of times, like palm trees and things like that, it sways with the hurricanes, it sways with the winds. It depends on how firmly rooted we are, So if you're not meant to be in a situation, life is going to take you out of that situation. Circumstances are going to take you out of that situation. So this is about learning about life. It's about learning about when to hold on and when to let go. So I feel like this tree agate, this could be a very special stone for you guys during this new moon in Virgo. If you guys already have them, great. But I feel like this is also about growing to reaching new levels, to maybe even pulling yourself out of situations where you might feel very safe, but it's not really what you want. You're not really happy in that job. You're not really happy in that relationship. You're not really happy at this point in your life. So this stone may be very helpful for you. And it doesn't mean it's the stone that's the magic, but it just represents this energy for you. It's this intention that you are trusting that wherever you're meant to go, which is if you're meant to reach new heights, you'll reach those new heights or stay where you currently are. But let's take a look at the Archangel. Okay, so we have Archangel Thuriel. And it says, the earth is my mother. This earth sign and Virgo energy here, it's very strong. I am one with all that is. I am connected with the sacred energy of the trees, plants, shrubs, vines, and smaller vegetation. I embrace the sunshine as well as the rain. See, I embrace the dark and the light, you guys. I am a balance with all life. So this message of being balanced in both dark and light really continues, okay? And it's just about getting comfortable with both aspects of yourself. Because if you can't get comfortable with both aspects of yourself, then how are you going to be able to really even operate in a world that is made up of a dark and light? So some of you guys, it is, and I've seen this even with myself, coming on into the new age movement back in 1997. It was the Doreen Virtue time. It was all love and light. It was all about, angels and God and nothing evil. That doesn't exist. It's, whatever. This is not me trying to change anybody's mind or educate anybody, but anything that's extreme like that, reality is going to come crashing down. Something's going to happen that's going to cause you to feel like everything that you were just plugged into is bullshit and false. So we're setting ourselves up for disaster when we plug into energies that are just all dark or all light. There needs to be that balance. We're not going to live forever. We're not going to live forever in our physical bodies. And, so we can live our lives to the fullest every single day. But the fact of the matter is that we will all physically expire at some point. So that is the balance there. That's the bitter to the sweet of enjoying your life. But the bitter might be, it will end at some point. So you have to learn to, operate somewhere in the middle where you're not focused on, I'm going to die one day, or, oh my God, I have to do everything. I have to get this all done because I'm going to die one day. We have to find that balance in order for us to thrive and survive in this life and make the best of the time that we have here. So anyways, that's just the energy that I'm getting from this. That's the Archangel that's coming through and the stone. I hope that resonates with someone out there. All right, let's get an affirmation. This is called a badass affirmation card. The badass affirmation deck. What is our badass affirmation at this time? I release all attachments to judgment. I love and respect myself. Love it. Okay, so this is kind of lengthy. It says it's fun to break rules, but what about breaking rulers? Ooh, without the ruler, there is no judgment or comparison to the way it should be. Stop shoulding all over yourself. Shoulding, that's funny. And don't let others should on you either. P.U. Only you are in control of how your life is measured. Be confident in your skin and allow others the same respect. By judging others, you only distract yourself long enough to avoid having to deal with an internal fear like shoulding on yourself. Release all attachments to judgment and wipe your worries clean. That's a beautiful statement because that's very, very true. You know, just being a human being, it's only natural that you're going to create a judgment. I mean, we create judgments every single day. It's only natural. But it's when you allow your judgments to just completely just take you off and go into a whole new level. Unfortunately, I know people like this. They're very plugged into religion and politics, and it's just like everybody else is wrong. They're the only ones that are right. I guess this is me making a judgment, but to me, of course, that doesn't seem like that's the way that I want to live. So I'm trying to, just kind of stay in my own lane. There you go. That's it. Just stay in your own lane. Like, I never go onto anybody else's platforms and talk shit. I never go onto anybody's post something that people are creating and, say something about it negatively or criticize it. I just let people do their thing and live their lives. If I don't like something, I just delete it or I just move the fuck on. That's just how I do life, And I'm not saying I've always been perfect and I've always, lived my life to that particular, I don't know why I can't talk, but that way. But I do feel like the more that we try to practice just kind of releasing what everybody else is doing and releasing why anybody else is doing it, or getting triggered by somebody saying this or saying that, just delete it and move on, or disconnect and move on. You don't have to plug into things that you just don't agree with. It's totally fine. You can agree to disagree. A lot of the times people can agree to disagree and still have relationships and still, have encounters and have fun together. But it's becoming rarer and rarer that people can do that. It really is. And I think that, of course, there are certain agendas out there in the world that are causing people to really villainize each other and to separate. And it's a tragedy. And some people are falling into it and other people are not. So I just feel like that's why this reading is very important in regards to just trying to find your own balance and go about things your own way and just kind of worry about yourself. And it's not in a selfish way, but just stay in your own lane. You're going to have so much more peace and happiness if you just stay in your own lane. So this also goes for the divine masculine. If a divine masculine of yours right now has all kinds of things that he's attached to or she is attached to, and there's just all kinds of things that they're doing right now that you don't agree with, don't worry about it. Pull back. Stay in your own lane. Let them find their own way. And if it doesn't match up with you, it may just simply be that it's just something that's just not meant to work out for you at this time. And that's okay. You got to keep doing your thing. You got to keep waking up every day. You got to keep taking care of yourself. You got to find your own way, Release your attachment to another person. Release your attachment to this idea that you cannot be happy without this divine masculine or without a particular friend or without this person. There's lots of thoughts that I have where my life would be so much better if this person was in my life. That's great, but they're not. So I got to find a way to just move forward and make the best of situations that I'm currently in. And I'm talking about friendships. I'm not talking about love or like a lover. But yeah, that's just the way that it is. But if people aren't in your life or it's just not working out, there's a reason for it, you guys. There's a good reason. And we can fight it all day long and we can stay attached to the ideas of these people. Or we can just, let it go with love in our hearts and just maybe accept that if it's meant to be, or if we're meant to have relationships with these people again, that simply will present itself in the future. But in the meantime, we're not going to drive ourselves crazy over it. We love and respect ourselves enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to put my life on hold. I'm not going to be miserable. I'm not going to cry every freaking day. So that is the affirmation for a badass divine feminine. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and get the goddess energy. What goddess is coming through right now for divine feminines? Goddess energy. This right here is called, I don't know, but I'll put it down below. What is the energy here? Hey, is this a cat here? It surely is. Well, maybe it's a string from the bag. All right. What is the goddess here for? Ooh, Kuan Yin. Everybody's heard of Kuan Yin, right? Number 14, love, compassion, unity. I love this. To me, this is kind of like the number 14. I'm getting the Temperance card in tarot. It's very much about balance. It's very much about just kind of letting things temper back and forth, divine timing. We're not necessarily in a rush to make things happen, but we're not going to sit around and do nothing. We're co-creating with spirit. We're making things happen, but we're not trying to push against the grain or push agendas or try to push things that don't want to open. We're just chill, you know. We're working on ourselves. We're doing our own thing. We're having love and compassion for ourselves, but also with other people. And that is true unity. So when you can have that true unity within yourself, you're going to have that mirrored to you and mimicked to you on the outer world. So the inner world needs to be this pool of love and compassion before you can really experience that on the outer world. So that's Kuan Yin's short and sweet message for you. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and go into this deck here. I put my boxes on the other end of the table, so I cannot see what any of these decks are. I think this is called the Akashic Oracle, and this is one that I got off of Etsy. So let's get a message from this. So this is a beautiful little artsy kind of thing, and I feel like I see a face in there. It's almost like I see like a cat face in there, or maybe a dog or an animal. So that's kind of interesting. Heart of the matter. Okay. So let's see what this says. What dwells in your heart? What passions are there to be discovered? What turbulence confines your soul and impedes your infinite love? Our natural state of being is one of unconditional love. Center yourself and seek in the heart for the places that feel tense. Breathe into these spots and feel them release. Now look again into the depths of your being and see the place where love flows. Perhaps it starts only as a speck, but as sure as the sun will rise, there is a river of love in your heart. Find it, nourish it, feed it, sing to it. Let it find its way to every cell in your body until your heartbreak heals and you overflow with joy. I have goosebumps. That's why Kuan Yin is here. That is why this goddess is here, because that is the energy. That is the energy of Kuan Yin. Okay. So when you are centered in your heart space and you're not judging it, you're just feeling it. Whatever is causing you to tense up, whatever heartache is in there, you're going deep. So it says, feel the tense places and then breathe into these spots and feel them release. You've got to feel it to heal it. We're not pretending it doesn't exist. We're not just saying an affirmation every day or doing a ritual hoping that, you know, something's going to go away. We realize that we have to go in. We have to feel it. We have to marinate in it for a second. Yes, for sure. But then we're going to release it. We're not supposed to swim in that pool. So there's a song. I'm going to try to remember it. Something about pools of love. I don't know, I'm getting that. And I said pool, and I think that there's something about a river or a lake. Yeah, there's something about a river or a lake here. So I'm going to try to remember it. It's a beautiful song. It's from the Thievery Corporation. Something about pools of love. I love it. And I actually connect that to like a unconditional love kind of soul connection counterpart. It's on my playlist for that. So I'm going to include it down below if I can remember. So that's it, guys. Get to the heart of the matter. Get to your heart space. Get to your heart center. Really feel your feelings. Feel it to heal it. And then have compassion for yourself and other people. We're not saying it's okay that other people treated us like crap or betrayed us, but we're not willing anymore to hold on to that toxicity of that bitterness, of that sting and that energy. Okay, we're letting it go. We're letting it flow out of us. We're letting it flow. I love it. All right. Let's see. Let's go into this pleasure oracle. How can we bring more pleasure into our lives? All right. Look at this. Who benefits? Question mark. Let's read it. Who benefits from your shame? Think about it. What forces of oppression want to see you small, shamed, and unworthy, and why? This is your invitation into a deeper understanding of the social structures of shame. The more you know the more you know where it comes from, the more you realize this shame is not your own and it's not permanent. I really like this, you guys, because I feel like this is connected to this one. I release all judgments. Personal share, there's a lot of decisions and actions that I have made in my life that have been judged for sure. And I'm not saying that all of those actions were okay, but those are things I decided to do at the time. But I have had a lot of judgments that were unleashed onto me, a lot of horrible things that were said to me, a lot of things that made me feel very unworthy and very small. And I've carried these words, I've carried these narratives in my mind for a very long time, stemming all the way from childhood, all the way through my younger years, where I was trying to figure out who I was. And because I didn't feel worthy of love, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I participated in a lot of just self-defeating things that were atrocious for me. But I did them because I was at a low point in my life. And so, this speaks to me. Who benefits from you raking yourself over the coals? Who benefits from you listening to that one person that said all those shitty things about you? Who benefits from this? Who benefits from somebody judging you because of the way that you want to live or the way you want to go about your relationships or do your life? It's just like at the end of the day, who benefits? No one. Especially you. So this is the action. Shift it by showering yourself with unconditional love and rich adoration. Worthiness is a muscle that must be exercised to become stronger. So it's not going to happen overnight, you guys. It's not going to happen. Just because you say an affirmation, it's not going to snap you out of it. Just because you do a ritual or a spell isn't going to snap you out of low self-esteem and feelings of unworthiness. It took years and years for that to be programmed into you. It might take a little bit of time for you to deprogram yourself. It says, actively disengage with ideas, people, and imagery that would have you doubt your worth. Your sensuality is a part of that worth. It's time for you to claim it. So are there people around you or certain belief systems or organizations or things that are causing you to feel like you're not worthy, that you should be ashamed of yourself? You're being asked to celebrate yourself, okay? As long as it's not hurting anyone else, how can that be bad? How can that be bad? If you feel good and you feel empowered doing something, and then somebody else comes along with all their crap, all their issues, all their own traumas, and then they try to just lash that onto you, that's their issue, not yours. So I feel like in this reading, and at this time and in this new moon in Virgo, it is time for you guys to release certain old people, relationships, narratives, ideas, disassociate and just disconnect and just create some sort of new situations or new energies in your life that are going to celebrate you instead of cut you down. Okay? Because if you're not loving and respecting yourself, other people are not going to be able to do that either. So you've got to start to learn to exercise your right to be alive, to do what you love to do things that make you happy, and cut out all the crap that anybody has to say about it. I love it. It's a beautiful message. All right. So now we're going to go into, this is the wisdom of healing. And then this will be the last card that we get into before we go into the connection with your masculine. Examine unfinished business. Today's lesson, Identify one piece of unfinished business. This could relate to a person or a task, and then do one thing to bring it to closure. If you find that you're unable to do so, you've identified a major power leak and a serious block to your healing. So your goal is to understand that all experiences either make you bitter or better. Oh my gosh, you guys, do you see how it's all coming together? We can be in that bitter end of it, yes. Or we can be on the better end of that. So sweetness. So the hummingbird that came up as the very first message was a reminder that we can either focus on all the bitterness and just be more pissed. There are things that we cannot change, you guys. You cannot change certain things that are happening right now, no matter what you do. So you can be bitter about it and pissed off about it and piss and moan and get on your soapbox and go on freaking social media and complain about this and complain about that. Or you can do things in your own life that make you feel better. That sounds better to me, right? So we're not saying that the bitterness doesn't exist. We know it does. That we know that there's certain things that we can't change. But the one thing that we can change is the way that we're responding to these bitter pills. Whether it's unfinished business with people, the way that people are acting, what people want to do, or what they don't want to do, people that agree with you, people that disagree, people that are treating you a certain way. We can let this fester and continue to cause us to feel empty and lost. Or we can take that puzzle piece, click it in and say, you know what? I choose today to do something for me. Instead of focusing on this loss or instead of focusing on this bitterness that I feel, I'm going to do something to make myself feel better today. And that right there is an exercise, and it's a practice that you'll do to start going towards feeling better instead of feeling freaking bitter. That's it. It is about self-care, and it's about things that we can do. So actually, I was mistaken. I do have these 2 decks that I want to go into, things that we can do to raise our vibration, okay? Activities that we can participate in or things that we can do to raise our vibration. So I think that that's good. We're going to go into my Shift Your Vibes, a suggestion deck, Oracle, and Blank Slate by All Things Intuitive. What are some things that we can participate in or do to shift our vibration? Okay, well, we've got crystals. So I do feel like that tree agate would be very beneficial for some of you guys, but I'm just getting crystals in general. Whatever crystals you guys are attracted to right now, I definitely feel like they would be very helpful in clearing up your energy, not only on you, but in your space. Okay, so that would be very, very positive. And we also have sage. So a lot of something about clearing up the energy, clearing up the crap. This is a crap cleaner, crap clearer. That's like really a tongue twister, but that's what it is. We're clearing out the crap. We're making room for the new. This new moon is the perfect time to do it because there's something that's standing in the way of you bettering your life. And it's either yourself, your own thoughts, or it's other people. Something needs to shift here. We need to make room so that way something new can start to happen. Let's get one last card. And we have move your body dancing. What a great way to clear your body is move it. And it can be fun. It doesn't have to be, where you got to go to the gym. I hate the freaking gym, so that's not my thing. But other things like dancing, making it fun, maybe going for a hike, moving your body in any way that you possibly can, that's also going to shake shit up in your life. That's going to definitely shift your vibes, and it's going to raise your endorphins, that's for sure. And I'm getting here, that's what's necessary. All right, so let's go ahead and get 3 cards from this deck. Donate unwanted items. This is a clearing energy, you guys. This is beautiful. This is something that we should all really be doing, kind of like on a quarterly basis for sure. This is something I try to do. Donate things that just no longer are that you no longer need. I've done this with tons of decks. I've done this with tons of books, just stuff I thought that I needed at the time, things I just had to have, and then I'm like, I've never even picked up that book once. Give it away to somebody that can benefit from it. Give it to the Goodwill. put it on the curb. Somebody will pick it up. You know what I mean? So this is going to make room for the new in your life. Donate unwanted things. Forgive yourself. Absolutely. A lot of messages about forgiving yourself and loving yourself unconditionally. So if you're looking for somebody to forgive you or to love you unconditionally, you got to start supplying that for yourself. Seek out a career counselor. Very cool, you guys. So this is about goals, right? The new moon in Virgo, all about goals and what we want to do perhaps. So if you guys are needing like that extra oomph, or you feel like you're kind of lost in that department, seek out someone that can actually help you. You know, maybe this is something you never even thought about doing. A career counselor, a life coach, someone that can help to put you into a direction, or at least kind of help you to open up your mind to what you're good at, what you want to focus, and just get you organized. So not all of us have those Virgo qualities. So seek out someone that has those Virgo-like qualities to help get you going in the right direction. I love that. All right, so now we're going to go into the energies here of the connection with your divine masculine, your counterpart, etc. So what things are coming up during this new moon in Virgo? This is my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. What new things are coming up for this journey with this divine masculine during this new moon in Virgo? We have healing. Love this. There could be some chakra clearing, some chakra healing, a lot of meditation, a lot of downloads that are coming that can be very, very healing, but I definitely get this healing vibe. All right, let's get a tarot for my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Eight of Wands, beautiful. There could be some communication during this new moon in Virgo, or whatever energy we're clearing. It actually creates a flow in the energy field of communication. Something is actually moving forward. We're clearing the blockages, whatever's holding us back, I feel is actually cleared up during this new moon. So it could have a positive effect on your connection with the masculine. We had Dark Night of the Soul. Let's see what this is about. Two of Pentacles. I love this. It's balancing out. So if there has been a dark night of the soul, you know, either you're experiencing it, the connection is, or the masculine, I feel like this is something that's actually balancing out. It's something that's really, really starting to kind of, you know, work itself out. The kinks are being worked out. Look, that's what I love to see on a new moon, a new direction. The connection has taken a new direction. Something new is happening here. So even if you guys are not able to, you know, connect in the 3D world or work it out, I'm getting here something new is happening within your lives. But I do get for some of you guys with that Six of Cups, there's a reconciliation right after this new moon. You're going to hear from this divine masculine. You guys are going to patch things up. There's going to be some sort of reunion. You know, the past is coming back and you guys are taking a new direction. So I'm telling you, for you divine feminines out there that have really been focused on just working on yourselves, staying in your own lane, taking care of you, detaching, just all those things, I feel like some sort of benefit is actually taking place within the connection. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody, but I feel like something's going to happen. Maybe the past is going to be transformed. We're going to transmute the energy from the past. We're going to let the past go. And instead, we're going to focus on a new direction. And that's going to just feel good and healing no matter what. So just take it if it resonates for you, you guys. That's interesting. Let's see what spirits are connected to this connection during this new moon and why. This is my spirit to darkness and light. We have the spirit of the rabbit. We have fertility, sex, and spring. So to me, this is a Eight of Wands energy that we just saw. It's very passionate. It's very quick. It's very fast. I want to be with you. I want to talk to you. I want to connect with you. I want to grow. So the spirit of the rabbit is around. So there could be some connecting, if you guys know what I'm talking about, during this new moon. And we have the spirit of the dwelling place. Home, structure, foundation. You feel like home to me. I want to come home, right? We belong together. I want to build a life with you. I want to create something with you. I want to create a baby. Look, guys, I just have to give it to you as it's coming to me. This is what I'm seeing for some, okay? So just take it or leave it. That is what we're seeing so far. What signs from Spirit is coming through for this connection? This is my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. We have veil. So something that's been hidden, I feel, is going to be revealed during this new moon. Something is coming out. And we have safe passage. So there's something that is being cleared. There's a safe passage to come back home, to reconcile. And we have the gray, which is the depression, the detached and unemotional. So anything that was kind of gray and depressed and cloudy, I feel there is something that is clearing up during this new moon. And then we have this flame, which is eternal, eternity. It's like the light guiding the way to come home. So I have to make that call, you guys, that some of you are really perhaps going to be reconciling with your masculine from this new moon energy. There's a lot of things that have been cleared. A lot of things have been healed. The dark night of the souls ran its course. There's a new direction in this connection. Okay. So that's very, very interesting. Let's see if there's any kind of shadows here that feminine is holding on to, or any just energy that she's got in her energy field connected to the masculine. This is the Divine Feminine Ghosted oracle that I created. I love this. Lullabies. What a beautiful song. I see you in all the pieces of my life. And that's the thing. I feel here that the feminine does see the masculine in her life, in all the pieces of her life. So of course there's that feeling where the shadow that comes through, the blockage where, because she sees him in all the pieces of her life, it makes it difficult that he's perhaps not in her life. Okay? So I feel like that's a reminder for you divine feminines to just continue to focus on your own journey. The pieces will come together when they're meant to. And we have you ought to know. So I do feel like feminines, there was something perhaps that did happen here with your masculine at one point. It does say it was a slap in the face how quickly I was replaced. Some of you guys were dealing with a masculine who may have chosen another person over you, or they just quickly moved on, or it seemed that way. And it was definitely very hurtful for you. So it's one of the shadows or one of the things that might need to be cleared or forgiven here. That might be where some of you guys are still kind of holding this energy that's blocking you from, creating that safe passage. And then we have Summer Girl. I think I see you when I dream. Beautiful. I'll put all these songs down below. They're just beautiful songs. Well, the You Ought to Know is kind of an angry song, but I just feel that you guys are definitely dreaming about one another. You definitely see each other when you dream. There's just definitely something there. And I think that I've said definitely now 4 times in a row. So I'm going to shut the hell up. And now we're going to go into the twin flame, the twin flame angel numbers. What angel numbers are important at this time on your journey? (660). You do not have to compromise your own integrity to get what you want. Assert yourself accordingly. This is a beautiful reminder, because you know what, you guys, you don't have to sell your soul. You don't have to do things that don't feel right for you or in alignment with you just to be with somebody, because if you have to do that, they're not the right person for you. So always be true to yourself. And if you can't be true to yourself, and if you can't be yourself, you're not with the right person. So that's a good way to shake it out. As in, is this my person? It's not your person if you can't be yourself. It's not your person if you have to change who you are, as in your personality, and do things that they want you to do because that's what makes them happy. That ain't your person. That ain't your person. Now, if you have issues with attachment, you have a lot of trauma, you got a lot of things, you got a lot of stuff that you do that's not healthy, it's not wrong for somebody to say, you know what, that doesn't work for me. Maybe you should change. Maybe I'm talking about your personality, things that you are. Let's just say you're a really outgoing person and somebody's like, I don't like that you like to talk so much. Sorry, that ain't gonna work. That's somebody that does not love you for you. They can't accept you. I'm not talking about that kind of energy. I'm talking about, somebody, if you don't like something, And it's because it's something that's toxic and hurting. Nothing wrong with wanting people to improve and change for the better. But if someone cannot, they want an open relationship and you don't, this ain't your person. It's not your person. So there might be something where we're having to really take a look at who we're plugged into, who we're connected to. Is this our person? It's not your person if you have to change who you are and do things that don't feel right for you. 717. Okay, so this is for some of you guys. There is this encounter with your person on the horizon. It is coming. We just saw it. So 717, if you guys are seeing a combination of sevens or ones or 17, 71, whatever this is, I definitely am getting here. There's that definitely again, that you are going to be connecting with this person in the near future. And there's the sevens again, 17, seven, sevens. Put your time and energy into creative pursuits that will provide an overall sense of empowerment. You betcha. You bet ya. Whatever it is that you're doing, however you're spending your time, you're producing in that time. So if you are sitting around, pining away, being sad and depressed, that is just the energy that you're going to probably remain in. But if you are in the energy of creation, building, feeling good, riding high waves, really thriving, that energy is going to, that's like honey. That's like honey to bees. That's when the bees come. That's when you get what you want. That's the energy Spirit wants you to be in. So don't spend your time waiting around for somebody. Get out there, do your thing. Bust your ass, have some fun. That's a productive energy. And that's what Spirit wants you to be in. So let's get some messages from your Divine Masculine to you using my Divine Masculine Revelations deck. Really, Indy? Sidetrack. I just got caught up in the moment. So this masculine is basically saying that he has been sidetracked or has gotten sidetracked at some point on this journey with you, Divine Feminine. And it's not an excuse, but it is just the truth. This masculine got caught up in a moment, and it's unfortunate, especially if it created any kind of betrayal or sadness for you. But that's just simply what happened. Safe. You feel like home to me. This right here was this energy. Okay? Because you feel like home, this is where the masculine wants to dwell. He feels safety in the feminine's embrace, which is why he is, I feel for some of you, coming back. Do we need to say anything else? I don't know. Okay. I'm not trying to set anybody up for wishful thinking. And, if this doesn't happen for some of you guys, I don't want you guys to be upset. Remember, these are very general readings. They're not going to resonate for everybody or be for everyone that plugs in. But I'm telling you, there's a huge energy here of reconciliation and coming back together. 6 of Cups, all of these things for some of you guys that are tapped in. And a lot of the shifts are taking place after this new moon in Virgo. So that's really beautiful. Really beautiful. So reconciliation. We will be together again. That's it. So whatever's meant to be, you guys, just, try to enjoy your life in the meantime. Try not to be in a state of just turmoil. It doesn't help you, and it really is for nothing, actually, at the end of the day. Because what's going to happen, what's going to shake out, it's going to freaking shake out. So you might as well enjoy your time in the meantime. So we are going to go ahead and end this reading here with some messages from our angels. This deck right here is called the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. Final messages for this new moon in Virgo for the Divine Feminine. Page of Earth. What a fantastic energy for the new moon in Virgo. To me, this is your ideas. This is you taking your ideas to the next level, actually making an investment. So let's just say you guys have had some ideas where you want to take a class or workshop, go back to school, teach a class, do something to hone in on your skills. This is the perfect time to do it. Take that step. Take advantage of this energy. It's time for you to plant a seed. This is a golden opportunity for a lot of you. Yes, take your dreams to the next level. The dreamer, this is the fool's energy. Take a risk, take a chance. You're never going to know unless you take that leap of faith, you guys. This is the beginning, and you are protected while you do this. Now, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect and hunky-dory, but I'm telling you, you're going to be much better off doing something now versus not doing it. Oh, my God, it's just amazing. The sun. You're going to experience major growth from taking this new step, from entering into this new phase, or investing in yourself, or doing this thing that you want to do. You are leveling up, you are rising up, you are growing, and you're experiencing success. Some of you guys are also afraid to put yourselves out there. You're going to have to take a risk and find out. And once you get there, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this sooner? God, I feel like I'm shining right now. I feel like I'm finally being recognized for my talents and my skills and who I am. I feel really good. That's confident. That's that citrine nude that I brought over here. It's that confident energy. Solar plexus just radiating and shining. You really feeling confident and really feeling like you are living your purpose and going towards what's meant for you in this life. So this is happening. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this reading today. I hope that there were certain things that resonated. If there was something that didn't, no worries. Just go ahead and discard it. But I hope that you guys have an incredible weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday for the weekly soul connection. If you enjoyed this reading, I would love it if you want to give it a thumbs up, put a heart or a comment in the comment section. And if you guys are interested in anything as far as personal reading or any of the decks that I've created, everything will be listed down below. You guys take care. Bye-bye.